you, right here, the designated uniform that we are going to need to be able to go into the railroad section of this museum.
I see. Never told me about this. Engine driver, Mark 1. Rowdy looks after the most comprehensive collection of steam-powered logging trains in North America. These turn-of-the-century timber trains pushed steam technology to the limit.
This engine, built in 1929, is known as the Climax.
Why did anybody decide to call it the Climax?
You have me on that.
I rest my case. I'm not going to discuss it any further, but it's very interesting that a steam engine is called the Climax.
Let's just put it this way. This locomotive, when it's running, it vibrates and bounces a lot.
Well, that probably answers the question then. Yes, good. Well done, Rowdy. You tactfully got out of that. Rowdy has a treat in store for me. It has been my childhood dream to drive a train. I can't miss the chance to take a ride on this classic diesel engine. This is a real beast, isn't it?
It is a monstrous beast.
This diesel is very iconic
It
to
is.
the American railroad system.
It is. This is Josh Kaivo.
Hello, Josh.
He is our diesel
sir.
man.
We've got 1,700 horsepower of American iron. Would you like to take a look at it?
1,700 of American horsepower.
That's right.
I like it, sir.
Well, let's take a look at it.
Yeah, come on. Let's get this thing rolling. It's these overalls. They're a bit skin tight here.
Would you like to blow the horn, David?
That sounds a bit rude. Terribly butch, isn't it? You know, I've never been in one of these monsters. But the thing about this, you feel as though you know them because they're so iconic. Yeah, I was just looking forward. It's quite exciting, really. Here we go. I've got no steering wheel here, and I have no brakes on my side. So if anything happens, I can't. Manners. Oh, it's better out than in, isn't it? Eh? Oh. What would be your top speed? Do you dare take it?
So our maximum speed on this railroad is 15 miles an hour.
15. Well, not very fast. How old is this track then, Josh?
It's well over 100 years old at this point.
This vintage diesel locomotive hauled the freight trains that built America in the post-war years. She was built for the Northern Pacific Railroad, known as the Main Street of the Northwest, linking Seattle to the east coast of America.
She was built for the Northern Pacific 1956, and she was on transcontinental freight trains, you know, crawl up over mountain passes, scoot across the prairie. She'd be pulling tons and tons of freight. It's kind of nice to be able to take the old gal out and, you know, put her through its paces and make sure she's still earning her keep.
Why do you call this mechanical machine a she?
All the old boys, they'd spend so much time working on machines, they didn't have time for a girlfriend or a wife, so you end up married to the thing, might as well be your wife.
That's the best explanation I've ever heard. I have arrived at L, a small town that's big on trains.
David, I hope you enjoyed your ride.
I certainly did.
Pleasure meeting you.
Well done, sir. Well, that was a thrill, and there's more to come.
Did you have fun?
Very interesting. Lovely.
Well, now we are going to go and get on to, in my opinion, what a real engine is.
Oh, right.
What we have here is we have a Willamette.
A what?
A Willamette geared locomotive. It is one of 6 left in existence, and it's the only one that operates.
What was the attraction of these old
Long
machines?
story short, the second highway crossing up the line here, that's my uncle's place. And we'd visit in the summertime, and every day that we were here, 6 times a day, little Rowdy would run out there and wave at the train as it would go by.
No.
And it became a yearly tradition to ride it. And I'm turning 30 next month. I've been doing it for 17 years. I literally grew up with them.
Rowdy's geared loco is not everybody's cup of tea, but I love them. Just look at the cogs on that.
Yeah, this is the bit that fascinates me. This is what you were talking about.
Yes, this engine is geared 3 to 1. So what that means is the engine set is spinning over 3 times to every 1 time that the wheel spins over. So that gives this locomotive a huge volume of torque at very slow speeds.
So all of this gearing along here that looks very complicated is in fact what was designed to give it the torque
Exactly.
that it needs to pull all the logs. So I've got to wear this because I'm an engine driver now, am I?
Mm-hmm.
How's that? Right, I'll get up here. Stand by. Chief engineer coming aboard.
Okay, here we go.
Turn-of-the-century timber barons needed trains with the power to haul logs over rough ground. The geared engine was born.
As you see, it doesn't go very fast, but I am pulling this entire train with very little effort. This engine could pull probably another 3 or 4 cars that we have back there easily.
The gear system transfers the engine's power to every wheel. She may not be the fastest train on the track, but she's one of the strongest. I imagine she must have been quite a sight for 5-year-old Rowdy.
That crossing right there, that's where I grew up. Yeah, that's right where I used to watch these 6 times a day.
I'll be romantic, isn't it,
Good grief, Penfold. It's hot and noisy in here. This is a steam train, but it's not coal-fired. Timber trains were oil burners because coal cinders caused forest fires, a hazard then as now. The highlight of my timberland journey is the crossing over the Nisqually River. It's fed by glaciers high up on the slopes of Mount Rainier, which is hidden today by clouds.
Where's the gauge that tells us how much water we have?
That's what these 2 glasses right here, that tells us both where the water is at.
Hope we've got plenty of water then, have we?
We got plenty of water.
Famous last word.
Built in the 20s, this engine spent its working life hauling timber before she was sold for scrap in 1962. Rowdy knows her every nut and bolt after spending 2 years helping to restore her to her former glory. There's plenty of life in the old girl. She now easily hauls tourists instead of timber, giving them a real taste of local history.
Okay, Stephen, that's all.
Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome, thank you.
Quiet chap, Steve. Didn't even know he was there.
Down we go. It's been a sort of boyhood dream to drive the real deal. Thanks a lot.
It was my boyhood dream,
Yeah?
and now I'm doing it.
And you're still doing it.
I still do it every day.
Good for you.
Oh, 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 oh.